Coming up in a few minutes. Julia LeBlanc standing by live in Hartford. She's been talking about how to beat the heat, and it's not a fun way to cover a story because we're talking about how dangerous it gets, Julia, and so there's the cooling centers are open, but also there are tips, and you're going to talk about some things that you should be doing and who you should be watching in terms of making sure that everyone stays safe.
Yeah, lots of people to look out for today, Matt. We've been out in the elements, in and out of air conditioning since 4 o'clock this morning, but right now we've been outside for about a half hour, and I can tell you that sweat is just dripping down. It's really, really hot right now. So if you're heading out the door right now, be prepared to bring that water and get inside as quickly as possible. But as you mentioned, those folks we need to be really concerned about are the elderly on a day like today in an excessive heat warning. And the folks that take care of them here at the Community Renewal Team, Jason Black is joining us now live. Now, Jason, tell us a little bit about, you got some trucks here. This operation has to run somehow, right? So yes. Is it mostly donations and you need some help, or what's the situation right now?
Yeah, so the Meals on Wheels program itself does receive great funding from the state every year. The funder does all that they can to help make sure that we can pay for the food that goes out to the seniors, and we're very grateful for that. But the trucks themselves are really not a funded part of the program. And as you can appreciate, those trucks, we put a lot of miles on them every single day because we have trucks that are going up to Enfield all the way down to Clinton on the shore and really everywhere in between in Central Connecticut. So the wear and tear on those trucks every day and year after year, it's pretty extensive. So we do try to keep up with the fleet, keep it constantly updated as we can. One of the things that we do, we have a fundraiser every year. It's our Meals on Wheels Golf Classic. It's a month away. It's on September 13th, which is a Monday. We will be at the Tunxis Country Club in Farmington that day for the golf event, and it's a great way for us to help raise money for the program. It helps us raise money so that we can hopefully buy a new truck later this fall to keep that fleet nice and fresh and ready to go.
And why is something like this? Now, you guys, we've been mentioning you're not just bringing these meals to these seniors. You're really paying attention to how they're feeling, how they're doing in this excessive heat. Yeah. Why is a service like this so important? Because is anyone else going to go and check on them?
Well, that's just it. We know that many of these seniors, they're really on their own. They don't necessarily have someone else at home. They may not even have family in the area who can look in on them. And we don't want them to be isolated. We don't want them to feel like they're all alone. So a program like Meals on Wheels that CRT can provide, whether it's our drivers or one of our dedicated volunteers who are out there helping us every day, they're going door to door with that program, with the people involved, and they're checking on the seniors as they're delivering those meals. They're making sure that people are okay. It's a wellness check that happens with those visits. And they, as I was hearing from one of our drivers earlier, they're just as concerned about our drivers as our drivers are concerned for the welfare of the seniors. And it's a really beneficial relationship that way. So we're thrilled that we're able to help provide that support.
Right, and they're doing essential work here at CRT. And coming up in our later shows, we're going to be talking about right now, they're also facing a little bit of a driver shortage. And we know that especially on a day like today when we got to get out to those seniors, it's definitely going to be a difficult situation. So we'll have the details on that coming up in our later shows. For now, we are live at the CRT headquarters in Hartford. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61 News.
Okay, thank you, Julia. Stay cool. We'll check back in with you soon.